Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Karen, Lavender Clothesline, here on YouTube, on Instagram, also on eBay. And today we are talking men's shoes and hard goods, picking things up to make great profit on eBay. So let's get started. Let's jump right into it. No chit chat. We got things to do today. Now, when I say hard goods, I mean anything that is not clothing or linens or a soft material content. So today we're going to start with men's shoes, why I picked them up, what my thinking is on them, whether they're good brands to pick up, and how long they sit before they sell. Now, as many of you know, I've said quite a few times, I am a long tail seller. And what that means is I buy my items, I try to buy the best that I can find, and then I put them in my store at a fair price and let them ride. I don't lower my prices too often, although I do run sales. So the sales are based on the original price. So I price my items knowing I'm going to run a sale. But being a long tail seller, I think, is a great way to flip. Let's get started with the first pair of shoes and we'll see why I picked them up. Okay, right out of the gate, this pair of men's loafers, beautifully made. Now they are a leather loafer, and usually when I'm looking at leather shoes, mostly men's, I look for a leather bottom. And as you can see, the leather bottom is capped or embellished with, that's the wrong word, I don't know what word I want, with a rubber traction. So usually that's on a driving shoe, but this one does not have the heel protection that a driving shoe does. Now what makes me pick this shoe up? Right out of the gate, very quickly, I saw Olokai. So that is the Olokai symbol. If you're not familiar with Olokai, you want to run a comp on that. This is their brand, their label. And I do wonderfully with Olokai shoes. They are very well collected and sought after because they're a great made shoe. They have a very good reputation. I got these for $7.47. What will I get for these? I'm thinking probably somewhere around $40 to $44. What's better than one pair of Olokais? Hang on. Two pairs of Olokais. I think the same person donated both pairs because I believe they're both the same sizes. I didn't even check. I just saw that Olokai symbol and grabbed them. Beautiful condition. Thrilled with this find. So $7.47 each, flipping to $40, $45, and I will report back on these shoes on my Instagram, Lavender Clothesline, when they sell, so we can all take a look at what the Olokais really brought. Next pair of shoes I found in the thrift store were these men's wingtip. And you can see the toe, what that looks like. These are all leather, and these are Allen Edmonds, which is one of my favorite brands to pick up. Now they do have a little bit of toe creasing here, but I don't think the buyer is going to mind that. And these are not cleaned or polished. I will be polishing them with the polish I always talk about, the Wonder Balsam. So I did pay $7.47, and I do always check that the back of the heel is worn evenly, or if they are worn unevenly, like this man had a little bit of a lean to the outside of the foot that I fully disclosed that. So beautiful leather shoes. And these have a rubber sole. Most of the Allen Edmonds I find have a leather sole. So I'm gonna look up to see if I can find the exact model for these. But if I can't, I don't worry about it. I list them. Well, first I clean them, then I list them and let them go. So $7.47, I'm expecting probably $50 to $55 for these. Would have brought a higher price if the toe didn't have a crease. What you do want to look for in Allen Edmonds shoes is Cordovan leather. Cordovan leather is a beautiful leather. I think it's made from the horse's bum and it is very highly sought after. It's a beautiful leather. Sometimes when you see Cordovan leather, it looks shiny, almost like it's plastic, but it is not. And the reason it's sought after is because those shoes last a lifetime. So Cordovan could be used as the color, kind of like a burgundy color, or it can be the true Cordovan leather. So when you're out in the thrift store, you want to really train your eye to pick up that leather. These are not Cordovan, and I think I have found them only once in my 8 years because most people know what they have and they don't donate them, or they don't wear out, so the owner usually keeps them for a lifetime. But these Allen Edmonds shoes, wingtip, just beautiful, and I said yes to them. The next pair of shoes aren't really shoes, they are men's smoking slippers. I don't know if they're called smoking slippers, but you know, those English gentlemen that have like a silk smoking robe and they always wear these shoes or these slippers. Now, in my opinion, you can almost wear these out because they are protected on the bottom with a rubber sole. So I don't see any problem with wearing these out in public. I think they're kind of dapper. And these are LB Evans. Now, I know LB Evans used to be made in England. I'm not sure if that's the case. I could take a quick look inside. They do have a tag. And what is that saying? I'm not even sure what that's saying. I don't know if it has where it's made, but they are in great condition. And I always look for this. Sometimes the LB Evans have a funny name too. I forgot what they're called. A lot of the styles. I'll look up the style name and put that on the screen here. 747 again. They're made out of leather. The next pair up are these. I'm going to call these water shoes, but I don't know if they are truly water shoes. This is the brand Merrell. I think we all know Merrell. And there is the bottom there. As you can see, I paid $7.47, which I thought was a little bit high for these, and I did not comp the style. With Merrells, I try to comp the style because some Merrells can bring very good money, and then other Merrells just do okay. They'll only bring like 20, 25. But these are in great shape, quilted front, and a slip-in shoe. And to be truthful, I think this could be unisex, but I did find it in the men's department, so I'm thinking these might be men's. Doesn't mean that it's correct, but that's what my thinking is. Okay, next pair of shoes are these huge men's Levi's canvas high tops, I'm gonna call them. And I saw these sitting on the shelf. You can see they still have the rubber band on them. I haven't processed anything. And I thought, wow, those look nice. I'm gonna take a look at those. Turns out they are Levi's, put out by Levi. Now, if you saw Levi's for $7.47, you might think, huh, Levi's, do I really want? These can bring very good money. So these are a canvas boot, almost like an hybrid of a sneaker and a boot together. I'm thinking I'm probably going to get $35 to $40 and the buyer pays shipping. That's what made me pick these up. Very good condition. They look big. I'm thinking these are a 12, 12 and a half. I haven't even looked at the size, which, you know, when you're looking at shoes, you really do want to look at the size and make sure you have two of the same size. I have seen where thrifters or resellers pick up shoes and they're two different sizes. I don't think that has ever happened to me, but that's a really good rule of thumb to look at the size to make sure you have two of the same size shoe. All right, so $7.47, I'm expecting probably 35-ish maybe. I have to do more research on this one, but great condition, and I said yes. This next pair, I don't pick up this brand a lot, and I don't pick up wrestling shoes a lot, but I saw these and they were in really nice condition. So this is what this looks like. This is ASICS, and I'm looking to see where their branding is. This is the back. So for these, again, $7.47 in this store. I'm not quite sure what these will bring. I did run a comp when I was in the store. Yep, I still do that quite a bit. And I felt the price was good enough and the sell-through rate was good enough to pick them up for $7.47. So they're in great condition, men's wrestling shoes. I guess a woman could wear them too. Alrighty, next pair of shoes are not men's. I mean, a guy could wear them. I like when men wear pink dress shirts. When a guy wears a pink dress shirt, has my attention all day long. Maybe not pink boots. Okay, so that was a rabbit hole. Let me just see what I paid for these. I paid $7.47. So this is the brand name UGG. We can see the name UGG there. And just really nice condition. Now, if these were my size, I might keep them. I love wearing a fun pair of welly boots. I do have a big floral pair that I love to put on. Just makes the day better, makes you feel happy. But I said yes to two. I bought both of them. I said yes to UGG rain boots. Now, they do have a little bit of marking here, and I'm going to try to get that out either with a little rubbing alcohol or maybe even some Vaseline. So that is what they look like. I try not to use magic eraser on boots or shoes because in my opinion, it's really finely scratching it. If I have to resort to that, like on sneakers, on the rubber sole of a sneaker, I will. But on a boot like this that is highly glossy, I try not to use abrasive materials. Okay, so that is the shoe haul I'm going to do for today. I do have more shoes in the back. When I go through inventory, I just grab what I want to talk about, what I feel like talking about, because if I showed everything I picked up, probably 200 to 300 items a week, maybe not that high every week, but I pick up a lot of inventory. So I try to just cherry pick the ones that have some kind of merit, or I figure are like interesting or crazy, or not the run of the mill, same old, same old. All right, so the next item is this chandelier I picked up at Williams Grove Flea Market. That is the video before this one of me picking that up at Williams Grove, and I'm going to try to lift this without having everything crash down. So this is the chandelier right here. And if any of you remember, I had a little talk with myself in the car on the way to the flea market not to pick up big items, chandeliers, and then boom, I'm in the flea market, chandelier. So this is not especially old. This is not antique. I'm going to say it's probably vintage. In the real world, vintage is 30 years. Here online, vintage is usually considered 20 years. This is definitely 20 years or older. And it does have a few missing crystals. But what do I look for in a chandelier? Pretty much beauty is number one. And this one is gorgeous. So somebody did change the wiring, and they snipped the hard wiring and they put a plug on it. So I will just leave it as is, and I will disclose to the buyer that they're probably going to need to rewire this. I always recommend rewiring lamps that you buy online unless they're brand new. And the ones I sell are big and heavy and not brand new. So that is the story there. I paid $15 for this. And what am I getting for this? I'm probably going to flip this on Facebook Marketplace, and I'm thinking maybe $75 to make it move quick, because my house right now has a lot of things coming and going, a lot of bigger things. And yeah, so that's my thinking on it. Beautiful chandelier. Next item up I thought was quite interesting. I don't know that it's especially old. I don't think it really is this wall shelf with a brass apron in a Greek key design. So that is what that looks like. When I see something like this, I don't run a comp. I don't, stand there. This goes right in my cart. Now, I did pay $3.99 for it, $3.99, and I'm thinking this is probably going to be the 30 to 40 mark. So when I find something like this, I look at the condition of the wood to make sure there's no big chips, and I don't pick it up if it has chips unless it's something really of merit and I feel that the chips do not detract from the item. Like recently, I think you guys might have seen, I picked up a jewelry chest, I'm going to call it. I think that's what it was, and it had some damage in the back. Now that one has not sold yet, but hopefully it'll find the right buyer. Sometimes these things take time, but for this item, I think this will do quite well and go fairly quickly. So my guess $35, but now I will comp it when I list it to see where I should set my price point. So beautiful little wall shelf, Greek key design in brass, and absolutely yes. Okay, this isn't a hard good, but it's on the table. You never know what you're going to get with me. This belt was just calmly sitting there, everybody passing it up. I paid $1.99 for it, which I think that's the price of belts. Allen Edmond. Once again, same day I found the Allen Edmond shoes. I don't know if it's the same person donating, but yes, please. Beautiful condition. And I have no idea of what Allen Edmond belts bring, but I don't need to know that because Allen Edmond, the brand, brings the attention. When you find a brand that brings the attention, like Kate Spade or whatever, I don't immediately put it in my cart. Like Kate Spade is probably a bad example because there is a lot of Kate Spade online right now that does not bring a high dollar. Allen Edmond, to me, has always done me right. It's always done well. But if you find items that usually have a higher end name, Loro Piana, who else, Fendi, any of the big names, and it's genuine, it's a no-brainer for me. I don't have to run comps. In the cart it goes. I'm sure you're the same way. So I said yes to the Allen Edmond belts that I almost hit myself with. Okay, switching gears altogether. I saw this little lady sitting on a shelf. Was it on a shelf? I think so. Are you from? Yes, from the Goodwill. So I thought this was great. I think somebody made it, and look at her apron all with a fancy design. And she kind of has a sewing motif. So originally I thought she might have been like a pin cushion, like the top of her hat or her heart here. But I think this is a doorstop. She has a weighted base and she could really have a lot of different uses. Now her apron does have pockets, which leads me to believe it might be for the sewing room, but I thought this would be really appealing to people that collect Americana, farmhouse country, people who are in the sewing field or have that as a hobby, you know, tailors, seamstresses, seamstressi. And yeah, so how fun is she? I paid $2.99, and on the bottom it says happy stitching from Concord. Oh, I should have read the bottom first. She is a stitching person. So you can see she has a little bit of water or liquid staining on the bottom, but I don't think it detracts from her. I think she's great, and that's this item. Okay, so the next item up is the little coin purse that I found at Williams Grove. Now this might not be really a coin purse. It could be a wristlet, but it doesn't have its strap. I don't think it originally came with a strap. Could be a cosmetic pouch. I don't know the original use. Neiman Marcus. Now this is handmade in China. When you see made in China, it doesn't always mean that it was made yesterday and it's brand new. So you do have to judge each item when it says made in China for its own merit. And I thought Neiman Marcus tag carried weight and beautiful handmade beadwork. So this is kind of like Art Deco to me, very geometric pattern, color block, and I thought it was just great. Beautiful, beautiful. What did I pay for this? I think I bought this with another item, which I don't know what's happened to it. Oh, it's on the floor by my feet. I'll talk about that one next. And I think this and the other item, $7 together. I don't remember. I'd have to go back and watch the video. A couple of dollars. Okay, so I believe this is the dish that I found with the coin purse. And this is a beautiful coin design. I believe this is called scalloped edge. So pretty. I did show this in the video, and so between the two, I think I paid $7. Was that right? I don't even remember. If you guys watched the video and you remember what I paid, you could put it in your comments down below. Okay, next up, just two little coffee mugs with a mushroom pattern. These are genuine vintage. I don't know who made this. There is no maker's mark on the bottom, but definitely said yes. I paid $1.99 for the two. And I like that the handle is kind of like a pewter color. I thought that was very good. And the mushroom pattern is a popular pattern. So anytime I see something like this in this color way, you know, this aesthetic, I always say yes to these. For the two, okay, so $1.99. I'm thinking for the two, maybe $20, $25. But again, I have to check comps. If comps are running 15 for two, then guess what I'm charging? 15, 16, somewhere around there, right in that ballpark. But mushroom cups, $1.99 for two. I said yes. Okay, figured this is on the table. I will give this a close-up. This is the picture that I found. This is the Victoria ware that I found at Williams Grove. And like I said in that video, I don't know that this is going to bring a super high dollar return, but so pretty. How could you leave this behind? So that is that little picture. All right, we have quite a few items. I'm going to pull up a few of the maybe different type of items, and we'll take a look at those. Okay, next up, look at this gorgeous basket. How beautiful is this? I have never in my whole life of going to thrift stores seen a basket with this type of handle. So when you see something so different than the ordinary thing that you're seeing, it causes me to take a double look. This basket is super well made, very sturdy. And I did pay, I think I paid $4.99 for this. Yes, $4.99 in a Goodwill. And wood bottom. Somebody had put these felt little pads on the bottom, so that's a good sign. And on the bottom it says, looks like S. Jared Mixon, M-I-X-O-N 12702. So 2002, so not quite vintage yet, but beautiful condition. And I'm thinking, did this person make this basket? So I'm pretty excited. I have done no research. I didn't look it up in the store. I haven't looked it up. But when it has this wood, I mean, this wood handle is sturdy. It is nicely made. And the basket has a striping to it. Oh yeah, I'll take that. And the last item today that I'm gonna haul or show is this little kitten picture. Hopefully my ring light is not hurting it too much. Really sweet white little kitty. I don't know that this is, it doesn't look hand done. It does have a signature, super tiny, teeny tiny. So I don't know if I'll be able to discern who the artist is, but I said yes to it. And where did I get this? I think I got this at Williams Grove. I cannot remember, guys. It does become a blur. You know, with all the thrifting and all the shopping, I'm just throwing stuff in my cart. A good cat picture, always yes. All right, so I know many of you have been asking for a clothing haul, and somehow I'm missing doing that. When the clothing comes in, I get so into the process of processing it, of washing it and steaming it and photographing it, that I try to get it right into the listing pattern, and somehow it's quickly getting packaged and sent out or put into inventory. But I promise I will try to do a clothing haul soon for those of you who are looking for a clothing haul. I did have a laptop breakdown this week. My laptop got the white kiss of death, I think it's called. So thank goodness my daughter Lisa uses the same laptop, and she lent me hers, and I was able to keep working. But I have now ordered my computer, and Best Buy called me and said it is ready for pickup. So very excited, tomorrow I get my new computer, yay, and I will be a fish back in water. So very happy about that. And the renovation for my office is coming along, so now I have the IKEA bottom to my desk, still waiting for the top. I have the computer. I am still on the hunt for a rug and a chair. All the fun things that you get to do when you're a reseller and a YouTube creator. Have all these reasons to shop for different things, which I never need a reason to shop, but I appreciate you guys so much. Thanks for hanging out with me, and as always, go out and get what's yours.